You took light at the start of the summer, pipe down like the Marvel. Welcome to Ill Industries. Today, we're going to be talking about the Joey Badass versus the West Coast beef, giving a little review, a little recap, a retrospective, if you will. Now, there were a lot of members of this battle, from your local LA rapper to battle rap legends, right? And so we can't cover everybody, so I'm going to focus on the big three here, which is going to be Joey, Daylight, and Rayvon. Those were the biggest names. Those were the tracks that were getting the most traction. I'll try to shout out other rappers when I can throughout this video, but without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I am going to split this video into two parts, with those being pre-Red Bull Cypher and post-Red Bull Cypher, because that was a real integral part of this battle. Before the Red Bull Cypher, things were kind of bubbling under the surface. We didn't really know if this beef was going to go anywhere, really. And post-Red Bull Cypher, or freestyle spiral, whatever they call that bullshit, we moved up, we turned up, we made it to a whole new level, okay? Now, for the pre-Red Bull Cypher section, we're going to start off with Joey Badass's The Ruler's Bag. Now, back on January 1st of this year, Joey dropped The Ruler's Bag, with the title being a nod to Jay-Z's The Blueprint, right? The intro to Jay-Z's The Blueprint iconic rap album, you feel me? So you hear The Ruler's Bag, you're like, oh, hold on, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now, the ruler. Let me tune in, right? So you tune in, and you're gonna get some great smooth flows over a beautiful Conductor Williams beat, right? You know, Conductor Williams doing his regular thing, but we're not here for the conductor. We're here for Joey, right? And he's saying, after a long break to pursue acting, you know, we've seen him in Power. He's back. He's staking his claim as the king of New York, and as he should. I mean, that's just rapper shit, right? I'm never gonna get mad at a rapper for saying they're the best in the world. It's like when people get mad at Cole post beef, or I don't know, anybody for saying they're the best in the world. Like, no, they not. No, they not. They couldn't take X, Y, and Z. That's rapper shit. You feel me? We can't be mad at a rapper for saying they're the best. That's what you got to do. You got to claim your region and say, yo, I'm the greatest out my region. That's how you get to be the greatest out that region. Other people ain't going to claim it for you. You feel me? So I'm not mad at that. But what did get people's panties in a bunch was him talking about too much West Coast dick licking. Now, this is a, what do they call that? Interpolation, right? This is he's quoting Jay-Z here. Jay-Z said the same thing back in the day. I can't remember the song at the in the moment, but Jay-Z said the same thing, and niggas ain't like it when he said it either. Niggas ain't like it when he said, I'm gonna say it the third time. Niggas ain't like it when he said it either. So I don't understand what made Joey think, yeah, this is the line. This is the one that's gonna get them, you know, right. No, Joey, like, you gotta chill out. And so obviously people got on his head about it. The internet's reception was, oh, okay, this is cool, but what you coming at the West Coast for? What you coming at Kenny for? That was another thing. He's talking about Kendrick Lamar a lot on this track, talking about, oh, your arm's too short to box with the Elohim. We know how much Kendrick likes to reference the Elohim, stuff like that. And it's just like, this ain't that boom bop bow, this that boom bing, whatever he said. He was coming at Kenny. People don't like it when you come for the crown, you feel me? Kenny just got the crown. You already coming at him, of course. You know what Kenny said too. He got some sergeants and lieutenants for the get back, and Joey would find that out very, very soon. Alrighty, and on to High U, right? Now, this track was low-key my intro to Daylight. Like, he did the two tracks with J. Cole, Collard Green, or Play the Collard Greens, and Pie, and I liked those. Those were kind of fire. I knew him a little bit from the battle rap scene. I'm not too big on battle rap, but I try and, you know, tap in every now and then. And so I'm hearing this, and I'm like, damn, this is fire. Fire. I had this song on repeat at the beginning of the year. I remember that little Mama said be nice to him. I replied, that's the way I write, mama, something like that. You know, they put it on the net with it. And now it's on site, mama. That shit was fire. Like Daylight was rapping and really introduced me to him. I started going back to his other stuff. Daylight was rapping on his joint. If you haven't listened to How You, go listen to How You. That shit was fire. Okay, it was better than the Ruler's Back. I'm sorry. So at this point, I already had the West up. You feel me? And they was only really taking a warning shot. You feel me? Light wasn't going crazy with this one. It was just a little, you know. I did this on the East Coast and the West Coast. I did it on both sides. I'm Daylight. You know who I am. Don't play with me. You feel me? And I think it was a good warning shot. Just saying, yo, Joey, you don't want this. And then I think it was within a couple of days, if I remember properly, Crash Out Heritage dropped from Rayvon. Now, Crash Out Heritage was something different. First of all, he dropped this in February. At this point, I believe Kendrick's GNX came out in December, mid to late December. So when Rayvon pops out on Crash Out Heritage over the Heart Part 6 beat, you're already like, whoa, what is going on? He got the Heart Part 6 beat going on. I know this instrumental. I immediately recognized that. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I immediately knew what was going on. and it is phenomenal. He's flowing on this joint. Ray's got that style where he'll give you like a little slick bar. You feel me? Put something on your face, like a little smile, a little smirk on your face. Like I can't give you one right now. I just remember at one point there's like he's rapping, he leaves a little bit of space, he's quiet, and he lets a smoke detector go off, and I'm like, yeah, that's Rayvon, you feel me? So, Crash Out Heritage, it was great. It was a wonderful track. I mean, I really have very few notes on it, if I gotta be honest. I think he essentially calls Joey out for saying, "Yo, you be on our side, bro. You be out here. You be in the West Coast. You be on Soul's album. You look like a goof. Like you're not gonna talk and put TDE's name in your mouth. I'm ready to crash out about this shit. You feel me? I'm the new guy out here. Like I ain't got shit to lose. So I gotta commend Rayvon for that one. Great track by him. Moving on. Now, after Crash Out Heritage, we got Sorry Not Sorry from Joey. Now, in terms of the beef, this shit had no motion at all. Zero motion. He came on here talking about sorry, not sorry. Not sorry for what? Like, come on now, just rap. You feel me? He wasn't even really calling nobody out. Actually, he called J. Cole out. He started talking about might delete later. I know damn sure Joey won't. And it seemed desperate because Kendrick hadn't responded yet, right? So now he's like, shoot, I'm gonna go for the other one. It seemed like he was clout chasing, which to some degree he is. I mean, obviously everybody clout chasing in this shit, but I don't know. It didn't really have any emotion. It didn't seem like he really had his heart in this one. It was kind of like a mediocre track in between. And then coming after Crash Out Heritage and High U, it felt soft. And then with what follows up, yeah. The A big problem for Sorry Not Sorry was that the two tracks before it were hard, but the ones right after it were hard as well. Like Your was something different. You feel me? This track starts off with a lot of New York slang, the same way How You does, just getting you in that vibe. Like, you know what? Shoot, I'm coming to your hood. Like we are in New York now, and let me tell you, Light is rapping. I personally didn't enjoy this track as much as I enjoyed High You. I don't think I could ever lie and say that I liked them the same. But he's still rapping. It's just another reason to see Daylight in this beef to be like, okay, he's on his ass right now, okay. And soon after that, I'm just gonna loop this one in with this. But Impossible Patty, Rayvon drops Impossible Patty. I didn't really fuck with it. I didn't like it. It was a cool track, cool little something, something. He doesn't really shoot at Joey until the end of the track, really. But it's a good track, a cool little song. I mean, I could have lived without it. I think we could have gone without it in this beef, especially considering what comes after Impossible Patty, which feels like a much more quintessential point in this beef. Now, after Impossible Patty, we get Pardon Me, which I think absolutely, if he would have just never dropped Sorry Not Sorry and only ever dropped Pardon Me, I would have no gripes with his strategy up until this point in the beef. But he didn't. We got Sorry Not Sorry because Pardon Me is just a great, easy listen. Easy to remember chorus like it's a 20v1, man, on me. Niggas try to mark us out like Garvey. All right, you know, it's a little something. Marcus Garvey, mark us out like Garvey. All right, I'll let you get that, Joey. He loves these name flips. Throughout this battle, you're gonna see he loves these name flips, even on Marcus Garvey, I guess. But he does more of those Jay-Z flips, the interpolations, the you shoot me, I shoot you, I'm brainless, you shoot me, you famous, something like that. I forget what song Jay said that on too, but he aimed that at Rayvon, who at that time Joey still hadn't called out my name yet, and he was continuing that trend at this point. I think at the time this track did get a bit of flack, because people were saying, "Yo, fight back!" Like they rapping right now, like they are rapping. You feel me? Those TDE, those West Coast boys, mind you, it's not just Rayvon and Daylight responding. There's a lot of other niggas on the West that I haven't even mentioned. I'll link down a list in the description of other rappers, but yeah, this is just the streets was not fucking with it. At the end of the day, that's all it was. The streets wasn't rocking with it. And after this, the beef kind of simmers down. It takes a break for about 2 months. Nobody drops. All right, nobody drops for a while until Daylight comes through. Just him and his backpack. The next track we get in this beef is Backpack from Daylight, which the first half, cool little story, doesn't matter. Okay. All right, let's get to the second half. That's where the beef shit come in, nigga. All right. I mean, he is shooting again. Mind you, the beef had died down at this point. It's 2 months. 2 months later, he's in the video. He got Absol in the video popping up like a little monster in the background and shit, nigga. He's just shooting at Joey again, and he's kind of predicting what we would soon find out is his Red Bull Spiral verse, where he's saying, "Oh, this, that, clever name flip here, oop, eclipse here, whatever." He's just calling out Joey's future verse. So when the Red Bull Spiral verse comes out, it does seem a little more impressive. Like, oh my God, he predicted all of this. But Joey would eventually tell us that he didn't predict it. He just had heard the verse. But if he did predict it, that would have been some shit though. That would have been some shit though. Now, after Backpack, we wait a little bit and we finally get to the Red Bull Spiral. Okay, here we get Joey, Big Sean, and Ab Soul all in one cipher. Now, just seeing this, I'm a little bit confused, right? When it drops, I was there live in person. I was there. I don't know if you were there. You probably weren't. That's why you in this recap. But I was there. Okay, and I think I just hit my microphone. We gonna now, Joey comes in third, right? Absol second. So we'll start off with Big Sean at one. His verse, wonderful, amazing. I fuck with it. I rock with it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a little something, get us started up because you know what everyone's here for. Is he was like a little appetizer. Big Sean, a phenomenal rapper, great rapper. I've always said, and I hold this to this day, I believe this. If the big three didn't come up, if it wasn't for Kendrick, Drake, and Cole, Big Sean is the guy. Big Sean is the guy. There's no big three. I hope y'all not hearing me hit my microphone. I'm so sorry. If if there's no big three, it's just Sean. The lane is wide open for Big Sean to take over. Think about how many hits this man had back in the day. That bounce back. Last night took a L, and tonight I bounce back. That one man could change the world. You got to go back to that Detroit mixtape. But this is a video for a whole nother day. Okay. Now we get to Ab Soul's verse. He calls out Joey halfway through the verse. At first it's just some chill, like a little cipher shit. Then he calls out Joey halfway through the verse saying that Ray and Light were stepping. You feel me? But the verse feels a little bit weird because immediately after this, Joey raps, and obviously Joey's gonna rap about the beef, right? So Joey continues calling out Kenny for sending his troops instead of coming at the general directly. He shoots at Daylight for his normal sus antics, like showing his ass on stage. He has a couple of light name flips, like Daylight predicted in Backpack, and he sends a couple of slight shots at Ray, saying that Top has to pay for his attention, which also makes me wonder what the deals are looking like here, right? Because Joey does bring this up in the future as well in the battle of, oh, Top had to pay me if he wants me to mention his little mans to get him on, to get him some clout. You feel me? He wants me to mention Ray to get some mainstream attention, right? And I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy or nothing, but these niggas might be conspiring. They might be. Anyway, overall, I think the cipher was good. I think at the end, I like that Soul and Joey, chopped it up a little bit. Like, oh, this is hip hop. Oh, you was shooting at, you was shooting at us. Well, y'all are up right now. I'm just shooting in the air, trying to see what's happening. You feel me? I liked all that. I liked that all this was for the spirit of hip hop. It felt very good. It felt very nice. Shout out Soul and Joey for being able to chop it up just in a moment. Keep this shit just rap. You feel me? But at this point, right, I want to give you where I'm at. Okay, I want to tell you who I think is winning this whole beef at the Red Bull Spiral. All right, after the Red Bull Spiral, I think it's even, absolute dead even. Oop, that's not even, but absolute dead even after the Red Bull Spiral. You can't tell me different. You feel me? I think Joey was kind of getting washed at the beginning of this. Red Bull Spiral comes out. All right, he got the energy back. He took a couple months. He went back in the lab. Let's see what's happening. We're gonna see who responds first. Oop, I think it was damn near the next day. Yeah, I kid you not, like the next fucking day. Raymond is here with Ho Era. A little play on Joey's Pro Era collective or label. I don't know what he's got going on over there, honestly. Bravon is really just shooting at these niggas, saying that they have no mainstream appeal. They don't have any numbers. Those niggas are ass. They can't rap. He tried to call out Cole after Dot didn't say that. Blah 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 blah. And I think it's a great diss, honestly. I do, however, wish that he wasn't trying to get a hit so bad. I think with this one and his next diss track, and to some degree even you could say Crash Out, he's trying to get one off. He's trying to get something to pop on TikTok. He's trying to get something to pop in the streets, something in the club, son. You feel me? Oh wait, here's you stupid, are you dumb? Popping off and talking about it 20V. Like that shit is catchy, but damn nigga, like you can't just rap. Like I'm trying to see some technical shit low key at this point. If we talking about, oh, I'm a better rapper than you, show me some technical raps. Y'all some high level rappers. Rayvon a high level rapper. Joey a high level rapper. I'm trying to see some technical rap. You feel me? And low key, Joey gives me exactly that with the finals. Okay. The finals is Joey's next track, and it's kind of just shooting at Rayvon, honestly. Like, there's a couple daylight name flips. We know he loves those daylight name flips. I don't. He loves the Ray name flips too. He does it a lot. He does a lot of top dog or dog flips in this the finals one too. This also was going on when New York was, I think, in the Eastern Conference Finals or on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals, something like that. So it was very fitting for the time. But yeah, Joey's just going for Ray, and he is rapping, and it just feels like a New York type of vibe. Like it's a New York beat. It's the type of energy that Joey should have been coming with the whole beef. Like I did see people online say they were tired of the name flips, but I don't give a damn. I like them. I like those little clever. Oh, all right, Ray. You know, like UV Ray is it UV me, UV Ray. That might be a different song, but it's I like that stuff. So I'm not gonna hate on it. I thought it was a good track. I think this is the beginning of all right, you could put Joey over. You put Joey over at this point after the finals. I'm like, I could see that. Before that, I don't think there was any way. I think it was tied or the West was up. But after the finals, I could see you saying that Joey's, putting in a little bit of work. I said, all right, let me see what Daylight has to say, right? What does Daylight have to say after the finals? Because the finals wasn't really about Daylight. It was just Rayvon for real. So they like come back with a little some soft, another like warning shot. Not even soft, because this shit was hard. This shit was hard, but it was just soft enough that it wasn't killing him off rip. You feel me? He came through a word to my mother, right? Which is more New York slang. It seems like that's what he's going for throughout this. It's just New York slang, that New York vibe. Like I'd be out there like you be out there, Joey, but I rap better than you type shit. And so this is without a doubt my favorite track, by the way, of the beef. And I know that might be controversial because there's probably just better songs, but it's just like overall better songs, easier to listen to or more catchy or better bars. But I don't know, it's just something about this one. I've been playing this one. I remember I think it was the month after it came out, so maybe March, April, May. I was playing this one. It was my song of the month. It was my most played song. This and GoldenEye, the other Rayvon, this was my songs of the month. And and not to spoil, who I think won the beef, but I don't even think these niggas won the beef, and those were my most played songs. So just good music from them. Um, I think that he and Ray needed to swing back hard after the finals, and Light definitely did his part in that. The intro to it, him talking or of Drake talking about him is very cool. I mean, that's just a flex in and of itself, regardless of whatever state Drake might be in post beef or whatever. Hey, you got Drake talking about your rap ability in a song. I mean, come on now, in your song you got him talking about you. I mean, it was a clip, but still. Um, I think I like how Light broke down Joey's relationship with Diddy and his career path, all while staking his claim as being better than Joey. You feel me? You can say, "Yo, it's the finals," but I'm a West Coast lottery pick. Like, you feel me? It gotta be sick. You feel me? Jovan punching on you, badass kids. Fuck, Jovan from Don't Be a Menace, whatever. That shit's fire. Word to my mother is fire. Okay, you took Light at the start of the summer, like down like the Mar. Okay, the word to my mother, we get My Town from Joey, which is essentially what the finals was for Rayvon, but for Daylight, where he's just aiming at Daylight the whole time. He's just shooting at him, and he goes so far as to get voice crack. He goes so far as to get Loaded Luck for this battle. Who, with to my knowledge, there's rumors of I think Light ducking Luck in a battle. I'm not sure about this. This ain't if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But to my knowledge, there's rumors of Light ducking Luck in a battle for however long. I think they're supposed to battle this up maybe this summer that we in right now, or maybe it's next year's summer. But he hasn't been ducking him, and so this is a like tactical maneuver. Like, all right, you feel me? I'm gonna bust you, and I'm gonna get the mans that you scared of to bust you too. You feel me? And so Lux has a great verse on this joint. He really lights up Light, or pun not intended, but he really does light him up. And then Joey's doing a lot of light flips as well, the normal name flips, calling out Light's history of saying sus stuff again. And he keeps calling out Kendrick Lamar as well. And I'm not gonna lie, Joey is holding his own on this one. This was the point where I started being like, it's looking rough for the West. Y'all got it's really a 20v1 and Joey out here holding his own. He might have won off just that. That's when I started feeling that way. You feel me? And even at this point, I think what's his name? AZ Chick Chike. I don't know how you say it. I think it's Chick. But AZ Chick, he tried to step into the beef with his little game time joint, which is fire, by the way. Go check out Game Time and what up 2X or whatever. But he tried to hop in the beef with his game time. And all Joey he dismissed him on My Town a little. He said, "Oh, now I'm hearing about some nigga named Ass Cheek, like or named Ass Cheek, because he spells this shit Azchike." So I don't know, it's a little. And every time I see his name now, I think Ass Cheek. Every time. That's how you rap. That's how you battle a nigga. Just a little something small that's gonna make him think, damn, Ass Cheek. For the rest of his career, I'm gonna think Ass Cheek. I love that nigga music. I'm not gonna hold you. I listen to his shit that little. What's up, bitch? It's that nigga Chuck E. Cheese. I'll be listening to it. You feel me? But I'm always gonna think of that Ass Cheek. That was a good bar. Um, and he also calls out Light for hearing, or I'm sorry, not Ass Cheek, but Joey calls out Light for hearing his bars before Backpack, his cipher bars before Backpack, proving that he didn't predict anything, which it makes sense. I mean, that would be a crazy prediction to make if you really could tell, oh, this man is so ass at rapping, I know exactly what he's gonna do when he raps. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's next level. That's like, oh, I know he's gonna drive to the right, so I'm gonna be there. Like that's some next level shit. You feel me? Hip hop is a sport, but I don't know if it's that much of a sport, my nigga. Goddamn. Moving on, we got After My Town. We get Golden Eye from Rayvon, which I mean, I'm assuming is more of a response to the finals as well, to some degree. Um, but yeah, we get Golden Eye, which is very catchy from Rayvon. I think this is another one of my more played songs from the beef, also because only a couple of them are on streaming on DSPs, so this is just one of them. But Golden Eye is super catchy, very catchy song. You feel me? It has good disses. I think he did focus a little bit too much on the Diddy angle. I think especially in hindsight, now post Diddy trial and knowing that he got off or whatever. I mean, that nigga's still a freaky ass nigga, but knowing that he got off, it hits a little bit less. You know what I mean? The whole Diddy angle. And I honestly preferred when he was just talking about Joey's lack of mainstream success because it's kind of the truth. Not that he hasn't had any mainstream success, but outside of 1999, and he had that one track that I think he wrote Rockstar for Post Malone. He had another one that kind of popped off that even I think in GoldenEye he says that 2017 was his last hit, or maybe it was in the whole era. Rayvon points that out was the last time he had something jumping. I forget what that one's called. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think those are better angles when you come in at a man for his rap career and he's a rapper and you saying, you went to go act and whatnot. Like, yeah, I think those were just better stabs that hurt him more personally than, oh, you used to hang out with this freaky ass nigga. This nigga might have put you on, whatever. Uh, I don't know. I think it was a good track though. I think overall, considering this is the last track from Rayvon and the beef, I think Rayvon held his own, especially for a newcomer into the game, into this beef, into this rap game. He's holding his own well. He dropped a great project with the good, the bad, and the dollar menu. I think a little before this super started popping off, or a little maybe in the midst of it. But either way, great project, much more personal than I would have expected. But I think that's good. Bravon's a great rapper. I wish him the best. I can't wait to see him pop off. TDE, they got themselves another one with him. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but they do it. Shit. Shout out TDE, Mafia of the West. Now, after Rayvon finally, I guess, bows out, maybe not bows out, but he just doesn't drop for the rest of this beef, we get Ayo by Daylight, which might just be the best track of the beef. Post Red Bull Cypher, pre Red Bull Cypher, just the best track, flat out. In terms of lyricism, he's barring out here. He's There's just so much wordplay, just the schemes, everything. He's just going crazy, and I think this track kind of had the West slightly edging out Joey. I think at the time when I was listening through and I had them kind of neck and neck, I was like, all right, this AO track might slightly edge them out a little bit. I really just loved it so much, that countdown scheme that he had, where I think he counted down from five or six, maybe six or six, seven, but I couldn't really tell. He was really counting down that shit. Oof, it was fire. It killed me. And all the way down to the Joe couldn't kill me then, and Joe can't kill me now. Oof, he was rapping. I think um, the shit at the end about Joey's pregnant girl was weird as fuck, but at the same time, it does show Light's ability to get in your head as the listener, to put you in that uncomfortable space that Joe couldn't kill me then and can't kill me now. And then you see him, he turns that down into him walking into Joey's house and ching, you know what I'm saying? He's really the boogeyman. That's what he's trying to do. It really is the boogeyman coming into Joey's house and you hearing it. And it's like, damn, I don't like that he said that, but that's the point. That's the point. There was a lot of discourse about they didn't like that shit. That's the point, because Light is crazy, nigga. Light is crazy, nigga. I'm gonna say it a third time. Light is crazy, nigga. What are you gonna do? So, yeah, I think Ayo was a wonderful song. I wish they would have put this one on stream. I don't know if it's clearance issues or what, or if it's gonna be on Light's album. Light need to drop that album, by the way. He been talking about that album for way too motherfucking long. But Yeah, L fire track. I think go back and listen to all these tracks, by the way. Go back and listen to all these tracks. But if you only listen to one, well, not Ayo, I'd probably say Word to My Mother. But actually, it's probably be one of the Joey ones. Let's do this at the end of the video, my. And then after Ayo, we got Crash Dummy, which is Joey's finale for this beef, right? The track starts off with Joey saying, Joey chewing through shit. Joey chewing through shit. And goddamn, Joey is chewing through shit. All right, off rip, the Tupac sample is crazy, right? That hit 'em up sample is crazy because we know Dot is a Tupac disciple. You know, Snoop and Pac, he's really a disciple. So you kind of get at Pac and you start using a Tupac sample. We know we didn't like when Drake did the AI Tupac voice. So you know how we feel. He feel a little bit connection to Tupac. You feel me? You feel me? So he feel that connection to Pac. So it's a little jab towards Dot as well. He started calling Dot scared or whatever, confirming that Dot is scared because he sent his little generals, his little lieutenants, his little soldiers, whatever. That's not scared, nigga. Why I'ma come do my business if I can send my little niggas after you? You're not even worth me. I'ma send my little niggas after you. That ain't Dot being scared. Now I'm a Dot dick rider. Real shit. I'm a Dot dick rider till I die. So that nigga not scared. You think he's scared? I'll hop on a beat right now, nigga. Show you what Dot's scared of. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I start rapping towards Joey right now. But that's besides the point. Um, he says that he sees Dot at a Diddy party. He saw Dot at a Diddy party as well, which is like, okay. Everybody been to a Diddy party. Everybody everybody been to the Diddy parties. Like that's not nothing like it don't mean he was being a freaky nigga at the Diddy party. He wasn't freaked out. I hope, I don't know, but I hope he wasn't freaked out at the Diddy party. So just saying you seen somebody there don't even mean nothing. Stop trying to implicate niggas. Joey. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. He got me feeling so passionately. That's how you know this track was fire. That's how you know this track was fire and evoking shit out of my soul. I can't imagine. If I'm Kenny, I would have been my pen to the pad right there. But yeah, he keeps talking about Joey paying or top paying Joey to talk about Rayvon, which is another thing that I'm very intrigued by. Is there some background? I'm trying to get my man on. Joey here's, 200K battle this nigga. Because that would be, that would be a story in and of itself. I would love to see that. I wouldn't be mad at it. Shit, I think some niggas would be mad at it. I wouldn't care. I'm trying to get on. Fuck it, I'm trying to get my artist on. I'm trying to get some money. We all trying to get some money. So fuck it. Um, I think this also brings up the question of will Kenny respond? I don't think so. I don't think Kendrick is ever gonna respond. I don't see any reason to. Like, there's just no need to stir up more beef. He doesn't gain anything from this. Every single one of Joey Badass's listeners knows who Kendrick Lamar is. Every single one. There's not a single Joey Badass listener that doesn't know Kendrick Lamar. But not every Kendrick Lamar listener knows Joey Badass. You feel me? Like there's levels to this shit. There's levels, and that's why you ain't even get Kenny off rip. And I don't think you gonna get Kenny, even if this album drop in August. Joey drop an album next month. That's the real reason I wanted to make this video anyway. But yeah, I think also this song might have ruined the beef a little bit. He introduced this little 24-hour shot clock violation. Anything over 24 hours is a shot clock. That's what Joey said, right? And I think it just threw this shit at the dumps. I mean, nobody else could really respond because after 24 hours, it was like, who cares? So anyway, we move on to Daylight, who drops fucking like 3 tracks after this 24-hour shot clock violation shit. And this is where the beef kind of just, what the hell is like, that's my reaction, right? He drops, I Can't Hold This, or something like that. And he dropped this soon after the 24-hour shot clock violation shit, which was, first of all, if it's a 24-hour shot clock, I ain't dropping my shit until 23 hours and 50 minutes, 23:55, because I need to make sure that if it fails, I still got time to upload it before the shot clock is over. Like, I don't know why he would drop his shit so much sooner than 24 hours. But he dropped I Can't Hold This. It was fire or whatever. I liked it, but the production was shit. It actually was just shit production. Like, I don't know what it's so low quality. Like, it sounded like when you in high school and somebody makes a rap diss on one of the teachers on their phone and it goes viral around the school locally, like some bullshit like that. It sounded like dog water. And so that shit is deleted even now. Even when you go to my little Reddit list that I found of all the songs, you won't be able to find that one. Um, then after that, he drops Word is Bond, which is not really about the beef. It's more of a tribute to Capital Steez, a friend of him, and Joey's, who unfortunately took his own life. I'm not sure when. I think in the 2010s. And it's a beautiful tribute to Capital Steez, and everything he's saying. Everything in this beef is just for sport. We spar, steel sharpens steel, but Rip to Steez, shout out to Steez. And I think it's a beautiful tribute. I do think oddly placed. If he wouldn't have dropped the I Can't Hold This shit, and he would have just dropped the word is bond and then followed it up with his next track, Ending Credits, which is just like an end credits. I think it would have worked better, but he dropped I Can't Hold This and then did the word is bond and then the end credits, and it was like, did you only end the beef because people weren't fucking with I Can't Hold This? But it is what it is. Anyway, back to end credits. He light samples New York State of Mind, which is a nice call. It's a New York rapper. He's battling. That's dope. And he calls Joey the King of New York for taking that stand against all the rappers who were jumping him because they were jumping him. Okay, it wasn't just Ray and Light. It was Ray, Light, Curtis King, Az Cheek or Ass Cheek. um, yeah, I mean CJ Fly was in there. What's it called? They weren't go. He wasn't going at Joey, but he was in the mix in there. I think Kai Cash was in the mix somewhere. There's a lot of guys going in this, and he calls Joey the King of New York for taking all those people who were coming at him and having people come to stick at his back. You feel me? You the king. Even though I do think you can't say you the king if you're not a West Side Gun or Benny the Butcher. If you're not West Side Gun or Benny the Butcher, you're not the king of New York, in my opinion. But that's just again a story, a video for another day. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird. I think we was battling this whole time. We was sparring, whatever. But I'm not gonna call you the king of New York after we was just battling for 6 months. I think that was kind of a weird play. Um, I think overall, if you didn't think that Joey, beat the West Coast after those last three Daylight tracks, I think it was damn near confirmed. Like these niggas were thrown in the white towel. I think it was either equal or Joey won. I think you can't. There's no world where you could say the West got the best of these, got the best of Joey. Um, Joey was just rapping at a high level, quality music, and the West was too, but it just wasn't at the level of 20 niggas versus Joey. Joey was rapping at a level of keeping up, keeping pace or outdoing them. If he's keeping pace or outdoing or slightly below, if he's just keeping pace, you're done. You're cooked because he shouldn't be keeping pace with all 20 of you niggas. Even if it wasn't actually 20v1. Even if it was just Ray and Light, he shouldn't be keeping up with Ray and Light. You feel me? He shouldn't be keeping up with them when I know who's their camp. I'm not saying these niggas supposed to write their bars for them, but when you can call up Absol, you could call up Schoolboy Q, you could call up Kenny, you could call up, so and so. Joey Badass shouldn't be keeping up with y'all niggas. So I at the end of the day, I think it was very close, but I got Joey winning the beef, and that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap retrospective. Remember, hip hop is a sport. Shout out, you know, Joey. Shout out Light. Shout out Raymond. I hope you guys come back again soon.